Hey guys, it's Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. I'm really excited to share with you today's mystery card. So if you're unfamiliar, every other Thursday in the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social, we get crafty. I give you some clues on Wednesday morning. On Thursday afternoon, we meet together. You've collected the items that you need according to the clues, and we put together a card. Just based on the clues. Everybody's cards are so different and we have such a good time. This is the card that I'm going to share with you today, and I want to show you the card that inspired it. This is a card I got at Christmas time from my friend Julie McMillan. So this is the card that inspired the card that we did for mystery stamping. Now, because we're in the last 2 weeks of the annual catalog, we are having a retirement party. Woohoo! And our retirement party today is for the awesome and underutilized in my house Thanks for the Laughs Cling Mount stamp set. So this is a 10-piece rubber stamp set. It's available while supplies last. It's $21, but I really love it for girlfriends. It's got inside outside greetings. We've been friends for so long I can't remember which one of us is the bad influence. We really do have the perfect friendship. And the one that I'm using today, I often think about how amazing you are. So there's my outside and inside. Today you get it in writing. And then talking to you is sometimes all the therapy I need. Our talks are priceless. How'd I get so lucky to have a friend like you? You're the best. And then last one, no one will ever be as entertained by us as us. Thanks for the laughs. And I love this one because this one makes me think about two of my very best friends. I think Jackie and Katie, nobody will ever be as entertained by us as us, and my husband too. So this is just a really good one. Thanks for the laughs is the namesake of the set. It's a really good greeting set. It's available while supplies last, so it's time to call some attention to it and use it and give it the spotlight. I've paired it up with the Woven Threads Designer Series paper. And the Woven Threads Designer Series paper is not only on while supplies last, but it's also on sale while supplies last for $4.60. All right, so the In Color collection, the 2019, 2021 In Colors are sticking around for a whole nother year, but a bunch of the supporting things that go along with it, like designer series papers and the faceted gems and the Woven Threads Designer Series paper, a bunch of those things are going away. So it might be a good idea to take a look at what designer series papers and embellishments are available in this palette if you have the ink pads and the markers from the 2019-2021 In Colors. So here's Woven Threads, and we're going to use our butterfly duet punch, and we're going to punch our butterflies, and I just went ahead and punched a little and a big from each one. We're going to use only 2 of the little ones, but we're going to use a big butterfly in every one of these colors. So there's our Woven Threads. The back one is kind of a Rococo Rose texture. And then we've got this pretty peacock one with the lines on the back. It's got a terracotta tile medallion. Ooh, I kind of like that butterfly. All right, I'm going to copy it just like it is. And then this gorgeous pretty peacock. I don't know, what is that, like a medallion? And the back looks like a tapestry, kind of, maybe like an Indian blanket, and Rococo Rose. Ooh, that's a pretty butterfly too. Maybe I will mix them up. I don't know. I really do love this designer series paper. When I saw it in the catalog, I was not impressed at all, and I don't like the stamp set or the frames, the woven frames that go with it, but I really do love the paper. It's been a joy to work with. I did my catalog kickoff bingo with this paper combined with the daisy and the lace die. Really pretty combination. It's a great paper, and for $4.60, especially if you've got these in color blends or ink pads, Stampin' Up markers. Grab the stuff to go along with them so you can just keep on crafting with that perfect Stampin' Up coordination. All right, so we've got our butterflies. Now I want to take my butterflies and I'm going to choose which ones I use now. That one's too white, so I'm going to stick with this terracotta tile. That's not very exciting, so we'll do that guy. I think we need to do this guy to get some of that purple posy in. I love this pretty peacock. Do I use that one? I think so. And then this one. I think I'm still using the same butterflies all around, aren't I? I was kind of thinking about that one. But then I missed the pretty peacock. I'm going with the same sides. All of that to end up right where we started from. And then we need a little butterfly for the outside. This time I might do this dude. I like that one. And we need a little butterfly for the inside. And this time I might, let's see, what kind of butterfly do I want on the inside? See, gotta check them all out. They're so pretty. Ooh, maybe I want that one on the inside. All right, so there's my butterflies. They're all selected. 2 little ones and 6 big ones. Put these guys aside. I'll throw them in the designer series paper pack because you never know when they'll be useful. We're going to grab some soft suede ink, and I've got the little body from the Butterfly Gala stamp set. It's the stamp set that coordinates with the Butterfly Duo Punch. Here's the really sad part. I think I'm gonna have to get myself another Butterfly Gala because it's got a big body and a little body, and I lost the little body. And I lost the You've Been on My Mind. So I wonder if they're hiding someplace together, but I might need a new stamp set. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp my bodies. If you've got a full stamp set, then you can stamp the little ones and the big bodies right now. I'm going to grab a Stampin' Up marker for the little bodies and just draw it in. Or maybe I'll try the Stampin' Blends, the dark soft suede. Got a dark soft suede and I'm gonna draw in the bodies. Every time I have to do this, I hold my nose. One day I'm just gonna order myself another stamp set, for crying out loud. All right, close enough. If I didn't tell you I had to do it, hopefully you wouldn't even notice. All right, now I've got my little sponges. These are 1/6 of a sponge. And I use the circle tab punch to mark them. So never the colors will mix. This is the circle tab punch. This is a great honoree for our retirement party. It's $14.40 while supplies last, and will always be a part of my collection. I've got my in color Stampin' pads, and what we're gonna do here is use our sponges to just lightly sponge the edge of our butterflies with the best coordinating color. I know some of them are multicolor patterns, but we're gonna use the best coordinating color. You might notice that I got a purple ink pad here. You can use your Highland Heather for this one. And I'm gonna just go ahead with my sponge and very lightly sponge the edge of my butterflies. Now, so what happens is the designer series paper has a white core, and sometimes when you punch, that white is instead of a nice clean edge, you get a little white fuzzy on the edge. Sometimes the printing of the paper breaks a little bit, and I like this for the detail and for just nice clean edge. So we're gonna ink all of our butterflies with our different color sponges. Just a quick run around the edge. See? Pretty peacock. And never again will all of your sponges turn brown because you use them in every color and then you have to buy new ones. Instead, I just cut a sponge into 6 pieces and mark it for the color that it should be used for. Got a Rococo rose. This terracotta tile butterfly shows really well. See how the printing actually kind of flaked off at the end of the wing? So when we just add that little bit of sponge detail, it cleans that up and also gives some dimension to our punched piece. Back to Pretty Peacock, and we're almost done. All right, I'll clear the ink pads away and we'll get to stamping our greetings. Still got Pretty Peacock here, and I've got the largest stitched rectangle. I cut that from Whisper White using the 5 1/8 by 3 3/16. I've got one for the inside and one for the outside. Then I also have a piece of Whisper White. This is 3/4 of an inch by 3.5 inches. Here's my outside greeting. I often think about how amazing you are. And we're gonna stamp that to the right so that we have room for our little butterfly, Pretty Peacock, on Whisper White. Such a cute sentiment, and I love the mix of fonts. And then today you get it in writing, the bottom right corner of our inside rectangle. Cuties. Now, before we go any further, we're gonna need this gorgeous pretty or purple posy ribbon. I bet you're like, what is that purple posy ribbon? Well, let me show you. Got my little Stampin' Up mini grid paper here. My Whisper White crinkled seam binding ribbon, and my purple posy Stampin' Blends, light and dark. I'm gonna start with my light purple posy on the brush side, and we're gonna want a good long length of this. We're gonna need about, our greeting is 3.5 inches, so we're gonna need probably about 15 inches of ribbon colored. So we're gonna start at the very end of our ribbon here, good long length of it. Hold the Stampin' Blend and pull the ribbon so that you color half of the ribbon with the light purple posy. Once you've gone the length with the light, then you'll do the same thing with the dark. You're gonna go ahead and hold the ribbon, or hold the marker and slide the ribbon underneath that brush tip. And so you're gonna end up with kind of an ombre effect, a little bit darker on one edge, a little bit lighter on the other. They'll blend together. It takes a second for those to dry, so let's give them some time. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna have enough ribbon here. We can kind of dry fit that. Make sure that we can go underneath this greeting, back and forth and back again. I think I'm gonna need another inch or two. So I'm gonna do the same thing just at the end here and just add another inch or so. All right, I think that's enough purple posy ribbon. It's gonna dry lighter. Look at the end that's dry versus the end we added a little bit, but it does need a couple of seconds to dry. So let's put that aside. Got a purple posy card base here, 5.5 by 8.5. It's already scored at 4 1/4. I'm gonna fold that up with our bone folder. We're gonna make sure that we pull that so that we get a nice line edge. Now for a little added interest, you don't see a lot of it on the outside, but I love the little detail. We're going to emboss the front of our card with the Wood Planks embossing folder. I'll line this up so that my planks go horizontal across the front and run even, not uphill or downhill, across the card front. And crank that guy through. See that gorgeous texture? I love how natural it is with the butterflies. All right, let me clear away the big shot. All right, here's our sample and our inside. I don't know if you've heard, yep, it's Stampin' Up is bringing out a new adhesive called Stampin' Seal. So I'm on a mission lately to use up some of my older models, especially my Fast Fuse, because there is going to be a Stampin' Seal that's an extra strong bond. I cannot wait to try it. I will order it as soon as it's available and give you my report. It's like Fast Fuse in its hold, but it's a perforated run tape so that you don't have to do that slide to the side that made so many people unhappy with Fast Fuse. So we'll see if it measures up, but now I don't feel like I need to hoard my Fast Fuse like I used to feel. All right, so outside we've got unstamped, inside stamped, and I need my tailored tag punch. Let's add a little dovetail end to our greeting, our outer greeting. Looks pretty good. Going to fold each of our little butterfly wings up. So I hold the body and fold up against my thumb. Then we've got a little space right there, a glue tab where we can put the glue, and our butterflies can have free wings. All right, all 8 of our butterflies are ready for glue. Get my multi-purpose liquid glue here. And I liked to line these guys up this way. So what I did was I took my far left bottom butterfly, a little bit of glue, and added it so that it was maybe 1/4 of an inch from the bottom of the stitch, and the tip of the wing goes almost to the edge of the card, and adhere down the center. Then we'll take our terracotta bottom right butterfly, terracotta tile all the way to the right, about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom, and so that the tip of the wing goes almost to the edge of the card. When you've got those two and they're pretty level, then we can take our purple posy and pop this guy right in the middle, and when they're completely flat, their wing tips will overlap just a little bit. But we don't want that, right? We want them to be free. There. That should give you a pretty well level line of butterflies. But with the multi-purpose liquid glue, if you need to pop up or down a little bit, you can. All right, we're going to carry on in similar fashion for our top row of butterflies. This one we're going to do so that we're about 1 stitch down with the wing. Got it good and level. Adhere at the body. I can lift the wings a little bit. All the way to the right side with our Seaside spray. And off the edge, about 1 stitch down. Try to get it kind of level. Adhere, lift the wings a bit, and then we'll place our center butterfly. Such a cutie. I love these little butterflies. Okay, that one's a little low and a little right, but we can slide it with our multi-purpose liquid glue. Make sure that they don't go uphill or downhill. Love. All right, let's let that adhesive dry and set into place. Now, I often think about how amazing you are. Let's get some dimensional on the back of there. This is a great application for these edges from your mini dimensionals. We're going to use 3 or 4 chunks of dimensional here because it's going to hold our ribbon in place. Then we'll grab tear and tape adhesive. Got my ribbon. Should be dry by now. Yeah, it feels dry. What we'll do is pull the release, and we're going to wrap the ribbon across the back. Now, we want enough off the edge here that we can really enjoy it against the white card. So go ahead and extend your loop past the edge and then go back across another loop and we're going to cover up all that adhesive. It's really there to hold that ribbon. And then when we get back to the end over here, we're going to cut a little angle cut and adhere to the card with tear and tape. So we'll add a strip of tear and tape right over the ribbon now. So it's really sandwiched in there. We got a lot of adhesive here. But that's okay because we want that ribbon to lay nicely, be secure, and look beautiful. All right. We can add our greeting. Center it between the butterflies. Center it between the stitches, right to left. Give it a little finesse if you want to pull the loops a little bit before you really smush it down. Make sure it's level. All right, and burnish. Now on the outside, I'm going to add this little butterfly. So let's get our multi-purpose liquid glue. Add a little dab to the back. And it's flying, floating, little angle there, jaunty angle for some fun. Push that down with the bone folder. Now for some sparkle. I've got the end of some gems here. I'm going to add kind of a large one off the top. Maybe a little medium one. I had to go to another sheet for a medium one. On the greeting. Little bitty one on my butterfly. Another big one kind of down below here. They're kind of zigzagging along the card. Odd numbers. I got 5 gems. Now for inside, a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue on that purple posy butterfly. And let's go ahead and give inside of our card a little finesse too. There's a little butterfly floating above the greeting. I often think of how amazing you are. Today you get it in writing. I love this Thanks for the Laughs stamp set. Great for girlfriends. Have a fond or farewell for Thanks for the Laughs. If you've got any questions about the project, about mystery stamping, if you've got questions about the project or the products, email marisa@kitchentablestamper.com. And to pick up Thanks for the Laughs and the Woven Threads Designer Series paper while they last, buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching.